So we can't take the clothes off of the NPCs? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's
Gonna
the
look down and
takeaway.
just punch him in the head.
Welcome to VRCana, a roleplay adventure. I am your host and DM, Danny K. I am joined by Mr. Green Elite.
Hello.
Indy Falco 64. He waved. Mendachi.
Howdy.
Quasar.exe.
If you turn your arm the other way, it should work.
What? And the zombie potion. This is episode 3 of our first session. And last time, our adventurers were completing the Trouble on the Farm quest, where they defeated some wolves, and very quickly, due to some animal handling, subdued Billy the goat. But in the final moments, everything seemed to glitch out, and a voice from the sky called out, calling everybody whales, and everyone was blinded by a light. Blinded
you, Dad?
by a light. Gone.
Dad?
Are you back from the store?
He came back. Oh, he came back, Dad.
Milk and cigarettes and ham.
That's where the white came from.
And G
Milk.
Fuel.
And
Ham.
flashbangs.
Flashbacks.
You'll never guess what I found in Hy-Vee.
That's really specific. For anyone who lives in the Midwest, the Hy-Vee reference.
all the Midwesterners are like, oh,
Yeah.
I know
yeah,
these.
boy.
I
Just
know
right on
these
past
folks.
that. Oh,
This is a D&D show for Midwesterners. So
Oh, yeah, boy.
don't channel.
No, don't you know?
Indy as our one stray Southerner, just like
One East Coaster.
I'm trying to think of the Kroger.
Kroger.
Kroger's.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krogi?
Oh, I'm gonna head down to the Piggly Wiggly and get myself some Budweisers.
Wisers.
The
Anyways,
enunciation.
when your eyes adjust again, you find yourselves at the Square of Sunrise, but above the fountain are 3 massive figures. Their names read XX Devious, XX, Triple Dog with 3 G's, and Chrissy Rain. And all of the other players are surrounding them in a giant circle. The giant figures are all dressed in cloaks of black and white with 1s and 0s adorning their robes. XX Devious, in the center of the group, wears a mask depicting an angry ogre with horns. Triple Dog wears a mask depicting a sorrowful pug with floppy ears. And Chrissy Rain wears a simple blank mask with 2 holes for her eyes to peer through. Did I look at you losers? Did I interrupt your gameplay? Well, too bad. You whales are going to listen to what I have to say. I'm Devious, the lead dev of Cosmos of Conflict. For too long, Ethan Tusk has left us overworked, underappreciated, and more importantly, underpaid. We put hours of work into the game for you to enjoy for little to no gratitude from our boss. And you know how you all repay us? By bitching and moaning that the raid boss on Knife Life doesn't drop enough loot, or that magic missile isn't balanced, or that you can't take clothes off of NPCs. Well, I'm sick of it. So now, until you orcas or Ethan learn how to appreciate us and the hard work that we do, you're all stuck here. In Indy, I want you to know that Olivar thinks there's something familiar about Devious's voice, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Can I take a step back really quick and so we can't take the clothes off of the NPCs? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's
Gonna
the
look down and
takeaway.
just punch him in the head. Just
I
punch him in the
don't
head.
think those are NPCs.
There's a murmuring, though, among the crowd as the words "stuck here" ring across the terrain. And Echo, What's like something you hear somebody say in the crowd?
I don't know, just mumbling, I guess. Like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna log out." Someone pulls up their menu and just like starts like trying to log out.
Yeah. Yeah, you try to pull up you see someone pull up their menu and like the logout button is gone.
Ooh.
Not the UI change.
Oh no.
So you also hear someone else from the crowd go, "So like, what happens when we die?" And Devious turns in the direction of the voice and chuckles. Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. I was gonna let you all find that out on your own, but now I think it's about. Now that I think about it, seeing the shock on everyone's face will be worth it now. If you die in game, you die in real life. And the crowd is silent except for a solitary cough.
I'm
Like,
so glad you said it.
When you die in your dreams, you die for real.
What is it?
like everyone's
2010?
that's not the reaction I was expecting. You're not shocked by this, and you hear from the crowd someone say, "Well, maybe if you didn't steal your evil plots from subpar 40-year-old anime, we'd have a better reaction."
Oh,
Man's got a point.
damn.
Damn.
Fucking burn.
Someone else yells, "Get wrecked!"
Can I floss dance at him? I want to floss dance at him now.
Oh my
Just a little
God.
goblin.
You
Just
gotta blow the dust off of that one.
the
So-
default Fortnite.
Yeah, default
Yeah.
Fortnite dance. I'm in.
So you hear Devious, very agitated by that, said, "Who said that?" And you hear someone else go, "Me." And then he points in that direction. And he sends out a single bolt of lightning from his fingertips, striking that player, whose HP you see dip to 0 in an instant.
Can I use any spells right now? Or cantrips?
Power word kill.
Spare the dying.
Hush kill.
Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
This is a role-playing question.
Uh-huh.
There are 3 essentially gods above you right now. One of them, at the slightest provocation, just murked somebody. Would Echo want to provoke them?
You
Honestly,
will have to go and touch them, by the way, buddy. You gotta like run up there and like pop.
I'm not very far from him. I mean, I don't think Echo really cares if he dies. However, like, that's a tough question.
It is a tough one.
This is where we
I'll-
turn to alignment.
Can I just like blankly stare at like the 3 and
Mhm.
and just eat?
And just what?
Just wait like for them to continue,
Yeah.
and then just like start shuffling towards that person that they just fucking roasted.
Yeah. So Devious like spreads his arms out, right? And goes, "Who else has critiques for me?"
I'm gonna like immediately just like one hand down to cover Rex's mouth and just be like,
Period. Period.
shake my head and like very very visually just don't.
Damu's
Yeah.
tail wraps around his neck.
I don't think it's him you really have to worry about right now.
I feel like I'm being called out here a little bit. You know.
You
I
absolutely
mean-
are. You absolutely are.
Wonder why.
I can't imagine why. You know.
Targeted.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Targeted.
So
I'll get out of this.
so if none of you speak up,
I just
Oh.
did.
Wait, what'd you
So,
say?
very quietly. I'm like, I'll get out of this.
Hold on, let me roll a perception. real
Do
quick.
they hear?
Let's see.
Are you being perceived?
Do you perceive me, sir?
Yeah, he crit failed. He is too up his own ass right now. Like power tripping.
I will get out of this.
Oh, he said it louder.
He spoke louder than 1 decibel. Great.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We're
Wait,
gonna
he
look
can
at
talk?
Olivar and then look back at Echo and just be like, man, I don't think you want to do this.
So in that moment, he turns to you and like teleports like in front of you and says, "I certainly hope you try." And then he like in an instant is back
Oh,
above
gotta
the
stay
crowd.
face to face.
Holy cow, he talks.
Now it's time for us to go. But before I go, where is the green dude for 20? And you hear another voice from the crowd go, here? And another bolt of lightning comes from Devious's finger, striking. You see his HP dips to 0, and Devious goes, "No, your mother." And then in an instant, all 3 of the devs disappear, leaving just you in the crowd in the square of Sunrise.
All right, I'm gonna walk
Oh.
over to the one that he roasted and just do spare the dying on the first one.
Okay. What does that require you to do?
I just gotta touch him.
You just got to touch him?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure.
It should say in the
I think
description. It's requirements.
I'm clicking it. It's you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I guess I can walk over to the other one and just touch him too. Consensually.
Well,
Uh,
always
touch-
ask for
I'm just
permission.
gonna
Do they
tap
want to
him
come
on the
back?
forehead. I'm just
Right.
tapping him on the forehead like
I don't.
You okay in there?
Um,
Like Darla with the fish tank.
What if they come back and they're just in complete agony forever? I would
Or
say.
they come back and like they're just empty.
I mean that
Yeah,
could be
oh,
one
no.
too.
Guess we're gonna
Um,
find out.
Yeah. By the way, I'll say yeah, you spare the dying. And then you guys all get a chat message at the same time.
Oh.
And it's from Devious. It says, "Oh, by the way, if you guys want out of here faster, y'all have to figure out how to beat us in PvP. LOL."
Finally, some PvP. I'm in.
I cracked my knuckles. I've been training for this day for my entire life.
I want to kick his ass.
All level 1 of me wants to hurt him.
Damu's just silently, like you can see thoughts going through her head, and she's just thinking about how to hack her way out of this situation.
I love that none of us thought about a training montage to get going on this.
It might
Training
take a
montage
day.
is the campaign.
I
Might
know.
take
Yeah.
a week. It may take a month, but we're gonna get out of this. I need to get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
We certainly
not to
can,
be a
but it will
downer.
take time.
Exactly what Olivar said, and it's not like we have much of a choice anyway. I'm pretty sure that I've seen at least a couple hollow vids of this. We're gonna be stuck here, man. And a wrong step means we're dead in a bed, and no one will probably find us unless this starts to break on national news. And I hope everyone has someone that cares about them enough to come and check on them. I myself keep my gaming life very separate from everything else, so I imagine I would rot away in my home.
I think we
alone.
have some time. I know the brain jar puts our bodies in like a near hibernative sleep while we're playing. So I mean, we should be good for a while.
Yeah, can't wait to wake up in my shit and pissed in bed. All right, let's get to leveling, I guess.
So I'm gonna kind of go through the table here and just kind of really get in deep with each of you guys and like in what your characters are initial feelings are. And I'm gonna start. I kind of feel like we got a little bit here from Mendachi JB. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how your character's initial feelings to this really are. Like, what emotions is your character like really feeling? What like are the first thoughts and like real first concerns are?
For one thing, it's a giant mixed bag, a jumble of feelings here. JB uses VRCana to be able to go into a place where he's able to kind of live out the dreams that were taken from him. Being a young Taekwondo prodigy, now in his like mid 30s and too injured to continue the dream, he needs to find his old mat buddy, Luis, and make sure that he's safe. He needs to like party up with him just like he did with Oliver back in the day, because like the three of them were unstoppable. And if dying in the game means you die for real, he still feels like he's supposed to be Luis's like his keeper. They were, super close. The fact that I haven't run into him yet is deeply concerning. Now all of this is spilling out and everything. Like, I'm terrified. Not only that, but like he's still a bachelor. Um, it's kind of like kept it close to his chest, but uh, JB doesn't really like think of people like that. He's ace, and he lives alone. He's focused on his career, so he lives in a decent home and doesn't really talk to people. He's kind of a hermit. So if things go south, he'll just be like forgotten about, having amounted to literally nothing. So it's kind of staring mortality in the face, and the only things that he really has are his friendship with Luis and Olivar, and he needs to make sure that the people around him too get out, because surely they have more going for them than he does himself.
Interesting. Okay. Um, and you're mentioning your Matt buddy Luis. Um, do you try to contact him right now using the internal messaging system?
I think that like immediately after kind of like collecting my thoughts, like taking a minute to process all this, looking around, watching someone literally get killed, and then watching Echo like try to revive them and kind of like waiting to see what happens with bated breath, I'm going to immediately snap, think about Luis, and slash whisper and try and hit him up. I'm going to use the name that he had used in the previous season, which was Fandarel. Like, we both picked elf-like names. And I'm going to try and hit him up. Just ask him if he's okay. That's all I'm going to send.
So the message is sent, and you see that he's online, but you don't get a response.
Okay. I'm going to remain optimistic for now, but the anxiety and the stress are mounting, and it's very important that no one around me sees this.
Okay. Okay. So that's what's going on with Handuin. Let's go on ahead, and I know we kind of already had Echo provide some feelings, but how is Echo processing this? What is Echo thinking? What is Echo's concerns right now?
Echo is pissed. On a very very high level. He doesn't like being constrained. He wants to return, like he gets his escape from video games. From normal life eating at him continuously, but he does enjoy having those brief moments with his roommate Vanessa, and someone or a group of people keeping that away from him is just issued him a massive challenge because he's taken the brain jar apart multiple times, put it back together. He knows the length that they went through to set this up. Because he's been around computers his whole entire life, and in the internet, and all these programming things that he's worked on with his father. So he knows the extent, and he knows the extent that he's going to go to get out.
Okay. Is he trying to do anything else?
Not at the moment, I don't think. I think he's just waiting for the people to hopefully not be fucked up.
They do come back to life. They through some miracle in the programming, the two that had their HP dip below 0 do come back.
Yeah. That's just like, he doesn't want to see innocent people die. Maybe the guy that said your mom kind of deserved it a little bit, but that's
Oh, he
just
definitely
not,
did.
that's not Echo. Like he doesn't want people to die.
The your mom guy definitely deserved it. Absolutely.
Right.
So, Quasar, how is Damu feeling about the situation?
Damu's torn, right? So she back home, back IRL, I guess, not back home. Doesn't really have a lot of people. She doesn't have family looking out for her. She's really by herself, genuinely, because she's been by herself after being in the foster system and never getting properly adopted. So it's just been her for a while. So she's not freaking out in the same sense of like, hey, there's people in IRL that are that are looking for me. She's freaking out, and more so there are people IRL that are dependent on me, whether it be the people who open and close at her barista job, or whether it be the apartment building in which she controls the internet for. So she's kind of torn in the sense of like, I really want to help other people and I'm not going to be able to right now. And yeah, she's very selfless when it comes to that sort of thing. And she right now is probably, since she can't leave out and check the command lines or anything for the code, she's probably searching through the controls and or UI, or like how sometimes in games you can hit like F12 and see things coming up. Just trying to figure out something technical wise, because she's found her whole life that when she can't do anything, she's kind of, when she gets numb emotionally to things, she's going to do it technically, and that's going to be her go-to. Just fight, or technology, and she's choosing technology right now.
Okay. Does she do anything in the wake of this in this moment?
I don't know if she really can. Like, I don't know if she has the permissions or power to do so. I think she's gonna try and visually and mentally note the voices that she's heard and the names that she's seen for later use, possibly for hacking and computer reasons. But yeah,
Okay.
that's all she really can do.
Okay.
And she's also looking around and making sure, because she knows Echo's very quiet and whatnot, and they're kind of connected first, so she's probably making sure Echo's okay and kind of perceiving the people around her, like making sure.
She's still hurt from the counter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's she's hurt still.
Can Echo like heal her?
Yeah.
After he's done with this too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're probably gonna take a long rest soon.
I was gonna ask, how are we
or
doing
even a
rest?
short rest.
Yeah. How are we
Yeah.
doing rest?
In
this kind of situation, because I know we don't sleep, but
I
mean we probably will sleep. But
yeah, short rest, long rest will work pretty much the same way. Your consciousness still needs a break.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. Do you and Echo have a conversation at all? What do you guys say to each other?
Post him kind of fixing up the people and bringing them, sparing the dying, I would probably kind of go over and crouch down and or stand next to him and kind of set my paw on his shoulder.
The paw,
And-
paw me.
The paw.
The paw.
And
Aw.
kind of be like,
Aw.
are you okay? Like, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
Okay.
You're bleeding. Like,
Yeah,
I just like
digital.
like touch her, then like do the heal,
Yeah.
magic heals.
The mend up.
Touch me, daddy, ooh woo.
How much do you heal? Question mark.
Do you want me to roll for that, Danny? Like, what do you
Yeah.
want? What do you want?
Go on ahead and
What
do
do
your
you-
rolls. How-
Using a spell?
You just,
gonna
yeah.
give
Do
a
you want me
word,
to?
or-
Just,
yeah.
I'm assuming we're probably not getting into any more combat.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna do cure wounds. One eternity later.
You waiting?
Hours later. Oh yeah.
Nice.
11. She's healed.
I'm very much.
Damn.
That's like my whole health.
Overheal. Overhealing.
So she is healed. Anything else between you two?
I just kind of thank him, nod, and just stand next to him because I'm assuming I could perceive the grief and/or just kind of stupor on everybody's faces, and I probably heard him mumble the things that he said too. So I'm
Yeah.
just kind of making sure everybody, including Oliver, whose eyes I cannot read because he's a robot, or is like okay,
Yeah.
just kind of watching
fair.
faces and making sure
Yeah.
feelings are intact.
Get
You know,
out.
synergy. You know, party comp.
Y'all.
So let's go to Olivar.
Olivar is he's pretty like, jaunted. Like he kind of feels like he just woke up from like a power nap or something. After seeing that display, his red eye just kind of dims out and in a few times, maybe like a flickering bulb sort of thing. And it did that after he saw the malfunction with Hayden too. And I think between those two, he just kind of feels like something's really off all of a sudden. And beyond just kind of, hearing Devious's voice over and over, just kind of ringing through his head over and over, because he's like, man, something's, like in his mind, he's just like, that's weirdly familiar. I don't get it. And he just keeps saying like devious over and over, and like he kind of keeps reciting one of the your mom things he says or something, just like ringing through his head. And he's just confused, and he also kind of feels like when there's like a shadow in the room, or like there's somebody in the room and you feel like something's watching you, but you turn, nothing's there. That's kind of how he feels, but he's also hollow about it in general. But at the same time, he's kind of feeling like weirdly comfortable. Like he's not panicking or anything, but he feels like maybe he's been partially being piloted, but also partially like running on a script. He feels very odd, and he's starting to think, and he realizes he can't really think of who he is. Like he just can't piece it together. He knows he's somebody, but he just can't figure it out. And that voice from that devious guy really just kind of shook his soul a little. And he's just kind of obsessing over it over and over right now, just trying to pinpoint where that came from. And while at the same time he has his friends, so he's happy he has friends. He's super stoked, and he adores them, and he wants to protect them by all means. He's just very distracted, and he also realizes like all these other people are stuck, and this is just really, really bad. But he's just not really worried about himself. But he's just very, very confused and just feels weird. And I think, yeah, he's got a plan in his head for some kind of step forward. and he's gonna just kind of probably turn and start walking towards wherever the blacksmith is in town. And she's just gonna, once he gets there, whenever, he's gonna start working on some stuff, and probably with a lot of writing all over the walls, but not crazy stuff, I'm sure.
Okay.
Is this
Okay.
stream still going?
Is what?
Is your stream still going? Your
Wait,
Twitch
my IRL stream or my streamer stream? Like,
Oh,
Your,
no,
your
the
streamer,
meta
your
is too
streamer
deep.
stream.
God.
so much streaming.
Too many layers.
Layers upon
my
layers.
character's
Yeah.
streamer stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
The-
That is
Holy
a
crap.
actually yes it is. But
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if he's fully aware of it or not. But yeah, it's out there somewhere.
Thing's gonna get used.
Yo,
Okay, so the
people are
outside
gonna be
world understands.
watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna literally have a front seat to seeing what we do.
It's September, baby. Ding, ding.
September, bro.
Yeah,
So-
I think that kind of sums it up for right now.
Impromptu.
okay. Well, let's. Last but not least is Rex. How is Rex feeling?
So this might surprise the audience and you guys, but Rex actually thrives pretty well in the chaos of things. So he's actually taking this in decent stride. It's not like causing him too much anxiety or anything like that. He does have family, one of which he knows plays the game. So I do have an out of character kind of question for Danny here. In the UI of the game, is there a way for us to try and contact people outside the game, like email or something?
It's a great question. Yes, I will say you guys can like send messages through like the Brain Jar IM app. Kind of
Okay.
like
Ranger.
Yeah.
well, I was to say like the
Brain Cord.
Xbox Live app. You know, you can send messages
Yeah.
through Xbox, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so because Rex has his brother's stuff in there, he's gonna send a message to his brother to make sure that he's okay, and then he's going to send a message to his cousin's old account. He doesn't know what the new account for his cousin is, but he's gonna send something to his cousin's old account to try and see if he's okay, because his cousin plays the game.
Yeah.
Just to see like what's what's going on and everybody, like where everybody's at. He's telling his brother what happened in the message, kind of seeing if anyone outside of the game knows what the heck's going on, and actually like trying to be helpful, which is crazy for him.
So yeah, the message to the old account of his cousin, like it gets sent, but it still says offline, doesn't like give out a read receipt or whatever. Was his brother playing at the time or not?
No, his brother doesn't play. He used to, but he's a lot older than him, so he doesn't play anymore. But he's trying to reach out to the outside world.
So, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so the message goes out to that account, and it actually like shows like a mobile read receipt, and like he sends a message back. He says, "I'm fine." Holy cow! Holy shit! Like I haven't even seen a news report on this yet. Like, are you okay?
So Rex is gonna send back a message saying, "Yeah, but I think I'm stuck here." Just kind of taking everything in stride, I guess. So.
Yeah. So he's gonna send a message and say, "Okay, I'm going to." Would he have a key to your place?
Yeah, he would have a key to my place. And he would have all the family members' contact information because he's actually close with everybody, whereas I'm like not really, but still, yeah.
Yeah. So he's just gonna say, "I'm gonna make sure everything is okay at your home. I'm gonna like watch over you. Don't worry." Is like the message
All
he
right.
gets back.
Sounds good to me. And then I guess I will tell everybody else in the party, hey, I've reached the outside world or something, you know, kind of let them know that people know, you know. You guys need me to tell them anything, like where you guys live to check on you, or?
I'm nowhere anyone's really gonna check in the middle of BFE, Colorado. So, yeah, it'd be quite a far journey for anybody. I really didn't want neighbors, and that's kind of biting me in the ass right now. But I appreciate it. Yeah. This is wild.
My roommate will find me.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Let's worry about you guys.
I am unsure, but thank you.
So
Olivar's is gonna keep us geared. Honestly, I'm not so worried about us. I'm more worried about all of them. I just kind of point at the crowd. Like, I don't know how many new players there are this season, but we're looking at a lot of casualties if we don't step it up.
That actually leads me into another question, Danny.
yeah.
So we're in a crowd.
Yep.
How is the crowd reacting around us?
It's interesting because there's a lot of different reactions. There are definitely groups of people who are freaking out. They are absolutely just like wailing, and like, you know, some of them are just kind of like frozen in place, maybe staring blankly. But then there are others who are organizing. Very specifically, like you see like an elf wizard player and an orc fighter player together, and they're actually dressed like in purple, and they're gathering other players around them.
Is it Merlusi XXXX?
Merlusi.
No,
Merlusi.
no.
So they're like grouping up, like starting a mutiny moment, kind of army.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys want to like know like names? Because you can see their nameplates.
Only if it has anything to do with Merlusi. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, we would like to know names, please.
Yeah,
So
I'm definitely gonna start remembering people's names.
I'm
So-
writing it down.
the wizard player is Drake the Purple,
Nice.
and then the orc player is Jax Surprise. JAX Surprise. There's also another group of players. There's a Drow rogue player and a Leonid druid player gathering players around them as well. And their names are Dogma and Delia of the Full Moon.
So, are they both like together?
Yes.
Like, okay. What'd you say?
gross couple accounts. Gross.
Get out of here.
So the wizard, Drake the Purple, is like doing like his own group. Jack Surprise is doing his own group.
Nope,
and
Jax is
two-
doing a group with Drake.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Dogma and Delia are together.
Yep.
Okay.
Dogma, what now?
Delia.
The full moon.
Delia of the Full Moon.
moon.
So what do you guys say to each other?
Anyone have any sharp and bright ideas? I think it might benefit us to hear what they're gonna tell these two groups, but I think it would benefit us more to stay as a small group like we are.
We definitely should stay as a small group.
Yeah.
I think I'd already started walking, so. I guess I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah. Like I'm like looking over my
As
shoulder.
far as local voice and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't forget
looking
you
over
have
my
message.
shoulder at him. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have message because you are still within a party group, together after the quest. And you guys got all your quest rewards, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Money.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna go chase after Olivar.
Oh, did we get paid for the moles?
Yes.
Wolf
We
skins.
got the
and
2
the-
gold each. Yeah.
Was
So
it
we got-
2 gold each plus the?
So let me.
I think so.
It was 2 gold for each mole. So you guys had 5. So 10.
Yeah.
10 gold there. And
Oh,
then
for each of us?
for each of you, yeah.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair money.
Oh shoot.
Hog.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
add 10 gold.
So add
Okay.
10
Yep.
gold, yeah.
Yeah.
And gold is the only currency we're using. It's gonna be like
so
WoW
much easier.
or RuneScape or whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah, let me double check what I had written down here.
It was 2 per mole, and I think it was something per pelt. for
10.
all of them?
So okay, so it was 10. So 10 gold for the moles, 30 gold for the wolves, and then an
Splendid.
extra 20 gold for the goat.
God damn,
Nice.
boy. Swimming
We're
in it.
really-
Um,
So 65.
Sounds like math, yeah.
I thought I added the 20 gold that we had from last time to my sheet, but I don't
Yep.
see it.
Yeah, so then you guys should be up to 80 gold.
85.
Manage
85?
inventory.
Yeah. Well, everyone's going to be a little bit different depending on what
Yeah.
you chose for.
Might have like an extra 10 in your pocket or something.
Yeah.
I'm at
as
80.
part of
Or
your
less, I don't know.
chosen character
Yeah.
backstory, yada yada.
Yeah.
So how much are we adding again? 65?
60,
Yeah.
65. Yeah.
Six-
Or
oh.
60.
right?
60,
Because
then I'd be at 80. Yeah.
Yes.
so
yeah.
it's 10 for the
Yeah,
moles.
because 10, 20, 30.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm at 80 gold, not 85. Got it.
Wanted.
All right, so you guys saw the groups like starting to form. Is there anything that are you guys gonna try to easttrap?
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
we should split up. And
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm already chasing after Olivar, so
Okay.
I'm gonna like see where Oliver is going to, and I
Yeah.
tell which group he's going to. And then I'll send like a little message to Rex and Oliver saying, "Hey, check out what this group's saying. We'll go to the other one, and see what they're saying,
So
and then we'll meet up."
the elf player in purple robes definitely seems like a leader. And he's kind of like standing up in front of everyone and says, "Look, everybody, we don't need to panic. I am here. Drake the Purple, the premier PvP captain in this game's competitive scene. The Purple Drakes have gone undefeated in the last 3 seasons. If there's anybody you should be listening to about this game, it is me, Drake the Purple, and my friend Jack's Surprise. Join me, join our clan. We will get out of this together if you join me."
Recruitment's gross.
Yeah. I'm
Like those mass /shout messages. Is like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's our
I'm
clan."
familiar with the
He just
purple
tossing them
drakes.
invites around.
The thing
Or
is that a
active
lot of
members.
those purple drakes would usually rely on the different forums and things to help them come up with better builds. They don't actually have any innate skill. It's all outsourced. Seeing as
Oh,
how we're stuck here,
so-
I have a
so-
feeling they're gonna get trounced.
So meta slaves got it.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting comment. Okay. And then you also see Dogma kind of just she's much more covert. But you can kind of hear her yeah, we're PvPers. We've been pretty competitive. You look. You don't need to be loud and boisterous like the Purple Drakes, okay? Or the Purple Dragons. Okay? You can be subdued, quiet. There's no reason
think I like purple drakes better than purple dragons personally, but
Yeah, same.
Same.
You know, and Drake the Purple would be
That narcissistic dude.
would be
just
that
like-
narcissistic. Yeah. You know what?
I
You-
drink the purple drinks. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we're changing the lore. We're changing the lore.
Lord change.
The Purple Drakes. Changing the lore. But yeah, no, Dogma and her ilk are very much more subdued. Anything
But
else?
still a recruitment message.
Yeah, still recruiting. Yep.
I really can't remember anything about either of these two. They're likely really good at one-on-one, and who knows what the hell we're up against as far as the 3 developers go.
What was the name of the second guild? I'm sorry.
They actually didn't say their name.
Yeah, they didn't have a name.
But the lead, the one who you presume is the leader is Dogma, and she is a dark elf player.
So would any of the veteran players recognize her?
Yeah, there definitely is, like, she does have a following around her.
Okay, so I would know a little bit about Dogma.
Yeah, you know she is always like a rogue player.
Uh-huh.
And she in like PvP arenas is known to just gank people.
Okay, so yeah, she solo ambushes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
So-
like in her team competitions. She's always the sweeper.
Of course, yeah. Okay. I am going to kind of like look at anyone who's near me and just kind of like very, very subtly, stealthily motioning towards Dogma. We definitely need to keep an eye on her. I don't know if we can really trust her. I don't really see her trying to form a guild by any means. I'm not sure what she's trying to pull here.
Yeah.
It's a little odd that they're trying to recruit already. Just 5 minutes ago, Ev just blasted that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the time for recruitment. I think this is the time we need to break off and go. Start
Right.
leveling.
Do we want to commit? Like, do
So-
we want to commit to one?
Oh, absolutely not. Fuck all of these people. Dogma I don't trust, and that guy is stoking the flames of his own ego. It's a mess, is what it is. We're better off by ourselves.
I don't trust many people, but I would rather be out with you guys. I know you guys are can fight. I've seen it. So we should go now and start leveling.
I agree, Echo.
I
Okay.
agree as well.
There's
And-
probably
Yes, sir.
people that all of us really want to check on. Some of us likely have people that we care about that play VRCana. We should keep
Cosmos
that
of
in
conflict.
mind. Cosmos of conflict. Let's keep that in mind and help each other out.
I think goal number 1 is we need to start leveling up while we can figure out a way. Like if there's any way we can get out of this before fighting these guys. If there's something we can do in the back end, I don't know, but we need to get away from as many people as possible right now before shit starts
Agreed.
getting ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm still trying to catch up to Olivar, so
Okay. Well, I think I'll say you will.
Not hard to find or catch up to.
Yeah.
no.
I will say you do that, but let's go on ahead and end episode 3 of session 1.
Woo!
And we'll actually just end session 1 here.
Perfect.
Arf.
Hype.
Ooh, you know what's the most exciting about that for me?
What's that?
Danny, we get to level up at the
That's-
end of every session.
That's
Oh.
right. That's right. We are doing milestone
That always
leveling.
feels good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching and listening to the show. I am your DM, Danny K. With me are my players, IndyFalco64, Quasar.exe, The Zombie Potion, Mendachi, and Mr. Greenlee. Our character art is done by the lovely and talented Jezza Rose. Other art, if you have seen it, is generated from Midjourney. We use Siren Sound and Zapsplat for our sound effects and ambience. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and hopefully you all enjoyed this episode and this first session of VRCana. Talk to you guys later. Bye!